Everyone, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, checking the video out. I'm going to jump into this one. I've been meaning to do for a long time. Great tune from the 90s, Hootie and the Blowfish. Let Her Cry off the Cracked Rear View album. So, you know, it's simple in terms of just a chord structure. You got basically a G, a D, and a C add 9. I sometimes take my finger off to get the open E in there, just to give it some flavor. A traditional C major, and then an E minor is kind of just thrown in there as a transition chord a couple of times in the chorus. But it's pretty straightforward, and I just want to say, when I say simple, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean simple in a great way where you take these simple chords and you put it together, and the end product is a great tune, almost like in an AC/DC type of way, right? Four chords, but it's just, you know, great music. And I think this whole album, and now that I'm thinking about it and going back, some awesome tunes. I'll be doing some more. But let's do this one here. Not Hold My Hand. That'll be next, actually. So now you got a sneak peek. But Let Her Cry. It's just, again, G. The intro kind of comes in right on the verse, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm doing a lot of this from memory. So it's a G to the D, and then it's C add 9. Back to the G. Okay? So if we play it, there's your verse. So it all kind of comes in, I think, all at once. It really isn't an intro, but it would be that rhythm. If you wanted to extend it, if you're playing solo on an acoustic, you can do it that way. So again, it's a G. Just sits alone on that, right? And then D to that C add 9. And sometimes I'll take my pinky off that high E, and I just kind of, you know, if I do it all together, I'll show you. Again, just to give it some flavor. Typically, I don't think it's in there, but I do it just every once in a while. And the strumming pattern is, there's a little involved to it, but it's down, up, so that's kind of the strumming pattern. I'm not very good at explaining the strumming patterns, up, down, you know. Actually, I just kind of, it's all feel for me, so. Right, so just kind of work with it. I mean, play along to the tune. I think it's the best way to kind of do it. Might be easier that way. So there's your, again, the main part of the song. G to the D. I mean, if you want to add some flavor, you know, hammer on and off the suspended chord. C, add 9. And then the chorus, Let Her Cry, goes to that traditional G now. G. Let it go. So it's that pattern there, okay? So just C to G. But then there's that little turnaround. So all that is an E minor, it's a quick E minor hit. That G to the D. Okay, so that chorus is basically, you see, let her go. Back to the C to the G, and if the sun land on that D, back to that C add 9, to the G. That's basically your rhythm pattern to the song right there. What I've done is, and I know I guess the fills and the solo are kind of further up here. I think the lead guitar, the electric guitar, I should say, is playing with a capo on the 7th fret. And by doing that, you can play the G up here like in that cage spot with the C-shaped G. Right here's the G. So again, if you know your cage system. So I think a lot of the fills are up in here, okay, because you got this now becomes your nut, but you're still in the same key, just different chord shapes. But if you want, I mean, an easy way to do it, if you want to play some fills, is in this box right here, I guess part of the G major. So all I'm doing is playing, well, here's your root, the 1, the 3, and the 5, all in G. So if you're... And I guess you hit that minor second, that A's got some nice sound to it too when you're kind of blending it all in there. But it's basically it. So it's all basically just a G major scale I'm doing. If you want to kind of get into the E minor, again, the relative minor. Right, 12th fret, kind of your relative minor. Here's your E minor, G major. Right? So you play with it. But key of G, relative E minor, if you want to kind of just play some fills. But again, the chords, G, D, and that C add 9 are the main parts of the song. You got that traditional C in the chorus, back to the G. And that turnaround, that quick turn of E minor, G, D. And that's your song, basically. And that's the structure of it. Listen to it just so you know where the changes are. And go from there, have some fun. So thanks for checking it out. See you next time.